Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Fenly and thanks for joining us. Today, we're gonna talk about dating in the gay community, and to do so, I'm gonna review 4 important points, and at the end of the video, I might talk a little bit about my personal experience as a member of this community. The first important point, I think there's a lack of emotional and mental stability. If you watch my last video, in my last Q&A, somebody asked me what are my type of guy, and I mentioned this, that I like my partner to be emotionally and mentally stable. And what does that mean? It's basically a lot of gay men grow up with trauma, childhood trauma, and they didn't have this love and affection in their family. So growing up, it's hard for them to open up to their partner and to show love, emotion, and affection, which can be very hard. And when you look at it, you can't blame them completely because they can't give what they don't have. If they didn't receive love, they can't give love unless they work on themselves, they heal, and they move on to be a better person. And we can also talk about this past relationship trauma, because some people, before, I feel like before you move on to another relationship, you should heal. If you really want something serious, if you really want something deep, like this deep connection and stuff, you gotta work on yourself. You gotta heal first before you move on, which I think is very important. Because once you got hurt in a past relationship, if you didn't heal, if you didn't move on, if you didn't make peace with yourself, it's gonna be hard for you to open up to your other partner, to be like 100%. You're not gonna feel safe at 100%. You're still gonna feel like you're still gonna be scared. You're still gonna think that it might hurt me again, and all these things. So it's important. I feel like it's important to heal, to grow, make peace with yourself before moving on to another relationship, which gonna lead us to the second point, which is not enough effort. For example, somebody gonna text you, I really appreciate you, or I like you, but they don't really put effort in what they said. It's just words, if you know what I mean. I feel like saying you appreciate somebody, saying that you like somebody, this is great. This is the first step. But you gotta go deeper to know that person. I can talk from experience. There's a lot of guys actually that say, oh, I really like you, I appreciate you, I really like to be your boyfriend. But there's this thing they never do, which is show effort. Like, take me out, let's go for a walk, let's go to the movies, let's get to know each other. I feel like a lot of guys just want to come over to your place. There's not really an effort to get to know you like deeply, to find this connection, to find this bond, so you can build the relationship. And the other point is looking for perfection and materialism. We don't like, beautiful things like gift and stuff. We're not gonna lie to ourselves. However, what I'm trying to say is that some guys, or most guys, are only focused on these two things. And I feel like our community is very focused on the physical and the material things. I mean, it's not bad when you look at it. The problem actually is that when your only focus is on the physic and the material stuff, because remember, the beauty can go at any moment, like a simple accident or anything. 1 second you can lose your beauty. 1 second you can lose everything. So if you date someone just for their beauty and what they have, I feel like this is not the only thing you should focus on actually, because if you're looking for a partner, you should look out for their if they're beautiful inside out, because I actually love a cute guy, but I prefer a man that is beautiful inside. Like when I say beautiful inside, I mean respectful, mentally stable, emotionally stable, romantic, like a gentleman. I'd rather date somebody like that than being with somebody who's cute and and very cold, no emotion, nothing at all. And I think that this is another very important and valid point that makes it hard for gay people to date in the gay community. Now, the last point I would like to talk about is no plans, no future. If you look at it, again, I'm not judging, but it's just fact. That's how I see things. And I know that a lot of you guys see things the same way. It feels like the gay community is a party community. It's only, for example, I have my boyfriends. We just meet other friends to go to the bar, to the club, to party. That's it. There's not a real bond. For example, like I feel like to build this bond, like I said, you should take your partner. You guys should see different things. Like even if you don't have money, but visit another city, for example. If you can't go to another country, go to another city, do something different. There's a lot of activities out there. You can go to the movies, go to the restaurant. Not only, I love staying home, to be honest, but if I'm in a relationship, I'm not gonna just staying home watch Netflix with my boyfriend. No, you gotta take me out, do different things. And once you start doing these things, you're gonna feel like the relationship is not boring. I feel like people get bored only because they're doing the same thing over and over. They don't go out, they don't see something different. It's only go to the club, go to the party, which causes a lot of problem because we know how this ends. A lot of drama, a lot of you're gonna lose friendship. These going out with friends, get drunk, party, it's not gonna end well at all. So sometimes you gotta do activities alone, like take your partner, go out for like on vacation for maybe 2-3 days, do something different. So go see the world, go see something else, not doing the same thing over and over with your friends, bar, club, party, which like you're not growing, you're not getting, it's not, I feel like it's not healthy for the relationship that you don't have this bond, to say, okay, we've been through this, we did this, we've been through that, we did that. And that cause that people move on easily because they don't have this bond. They just say, you know what, I can find somebody else to party with, I can find somebody else to go out with. But if you had this bond, if you guys did some special activities when you're about to wake up, you would sit and remember all these good memories and be like, I might not find somebody else to do these things with, So I feel like this is such a great important point that people don't really talk about. Like no plans, no future. It's just we live day by day, which is great. I'm not judging because actually I'm living in the moment, However, when you have a relationship, when you want a relationship, there's some sacrifices you have to do. There's a few things you have to do in order to keep your relationship, to nurture, to build your relationship. If you want to grow, if you really want something serious. So that was it. And for me personally, I'm single by choice. I chose to be single based on these points, you know. When I look at it, I take a step back and say, okay, this is how it's going. So right now, I'm in the process to know myself better, to learn more, to grow. I realize that this peace I have now is worth everything. And I don't want to date just anybody to bring their drama in my life. I mean, relationships are not perfect, you know. Relationships are not perfect, people are not perfect. We're going to have our ups and downs. However, you know, some guys just come in your life to bring the drama. So I don't want that. I don't mean that some days we don't get along, we have different opinions and all these things, which is okay, it's part of life. But I don't want somebody to bring me down, you know, to disturb my peace and all these things. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to talk about another topic in the gay community or in any community, or let me talk about anything. Just let me know if you want me to talk about anything. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn the notification button on so you don't miss my other video. Again, thank you. I'll see you guys for another video. Bye.